know the whereabouts of the Crumblies. We want to take a closer look at the charges they're now facing.
For that part of the story, let's bring in Sean Lay, who's live in Pontiac with more. Sean.
We're talking about 4 felony charges of involuntary manslaughter for both parents. The details here, absolutely shocking. Monday, a teacher catches Ethan Crumbley searching for ammunition on his phone. She alerted school officials. Tuesday, we're talking about investigators say his mom sent a text, actually, when he was told that he was searching for ammo on the phone, a text, "Don't get caught next time," from the mom, LOL. Tuesday now, before the shooting, the teacher presents the parents and the school with Crumbley's note reading, "Help me," along with drawings of a shooting.
Any individual who had the opportunity to stop this tragedy should have done so.
On Black Friday, the Oakland County prosecutor says James Crumbley and son Ethan were together at Acme Shooting Goods in Oxford, James purchasing a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. In verified post to social media, Ethan posted a photo of the handgun writing, "Just got my new beauty today." Mom Jennifer posted on Instagram, Mom and Son Day, testing out his new Christmas present. Oxford High School Monday, a teacher pulls Ethan Crumbley from class, catching him searching for ammunition on his phone. Mom ignored calls from the school, instead texting Ethan, quote, "I'm not mad at you. You have to learn how to not get caught. LOL." Tuesday, another teacher pulls the 15-year-old from class again after seeing violent drawings and these terrifying words.
The note contained the following: a drawing of a semi-automatic handgun pointing at the words, quote, "The thoughts won't stop, help me," end quote.
This time, James and Jennifer Crumbley met with Ethan and school officials and insisted Ethan return to class. Investigators say
by giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadesh, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Alright, want to do a lesson about these parents, who not trying to do anything to help their kids. Alright, it's just kind of weird, knew this boy had mental problems, and these parents went out and bought him a weapon, and then he went to school and killed all them people. Alright, now let's start off with, be short, Proverbs 22, 6 verse. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is older, he will not depart from it. Alright, these parents did not train this child up in the right way, and and because of that, he ended up, being this mass murderer, and they enabled him. So they probably finna get these manslaughter charges. Alright, which they probably should have been putting the parents in jail for doing stuff like that. The boy got mental problems, and then you let him have a weapon anyway. I mean, that was just insane. Alright, this is Proverbs 103. Like I said, Father pitteth his children, so the Lord pitteth them that fear him. Alright, so it say have compassion on and to love your kids, but the Lord pitteth them that fear him. He has compassion on and has love for them that fear him, but yet the Lord still punishes him. Alright, because that is what you do when you got kids. Kids got to be punished. This is Proverbs 13, 24. He that spares his rod hates his son. So he said, he pities, he loves, he got compassion for his son. He that spares his rod hates his son, but he that loves him chastens him. Alright? So it's pretty much saying, if you spare the rod, you hate your son, but if you love him, you're going to chasten him. You're going to punish him, you're going to beat him. This goes for sons or daughters. Alright? So that's what the Lord was telling us. You supposed to discipline your kids, right? It's not, your kids are not supposed to be running around just completely out of control. Alright. This is Colossians, the 3rd chapter, and I'm going to start at the 20th verse. Children, obey your parents in all things, for this is well pleasing unto the Lord. Fathers, provoke not your children to anger, lest they be discouraged. Alright, and you don't want your children growing up being, angry, bad people, or, they end up doing things like what you see here. Alright? Yeah, where the child was just completely out of control, and, he ended up hurting all these people. Alright? This is 2nd Ezra, the 5th chapter, 8th verse. There should be a confusion also in many places, and the fire should be set out against, and the wind and beasts should change their places, and menstrual women should bring forth monsters. Alright, so that's what these kids are turning into. They're becoming little monsters. Alright, and this is the kind of kids that these women are producing in these last days, because everything's out of order and nobody's trying to follow the laws of Yahweh. So they're bringing forth monsters. And what did the scriptures tell us to do when you bring forth a monster? This is Deuteronomy, the 21st chapter, 18th verse. Alright, if a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, in that when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto him, then should his father and mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of the city. So this is his mother supposed to take the child, bring him to the elders of the city, and unto the gates of his place. And they should say unto the elders of the city, this is our son, is stubborn, rebellious, and will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of the city should stone him with stones that he die. So should thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel should hear and fear. So pretty much, if you got a son that just won't do right, the Lord say you should put them to death. Parents bring them before the elders, and the elders put them to death. Alright, that's how it was handled in the ancient world. Alright, because no one needs these out of control kids growing up and doing all this stuff. Now, we do remember that kids is supposed to be Psalms 127, a good thing now. And I'm going to start at the 3rd verse. Lo, children are an inheritance of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. So your kids are supposed to be a reward. As arrows are in the hand of a mighty man, so are children of the youth. Happy is the man that has his quiver full of them, that they should not be ashamed, but they should speak with the enemies in the gate. So, you're supposed to be happy to have kids. It's supposed to be a good thing. But if they won't act right, you discipline your kids, alright? Because Proverbs 13:24. My bad. 13:24. He that spares his rod hates his son. So if you don't discipline your kids, that means you hate them, alright? And then Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So if you teach a kid right from the get-go, that kid is going to do what he's supposed to do. Alright? He won't depart from them ways. And with that, I'm going to put a couple more clips going into this story at the end, and just end it with that. Shalom.
Underway right now in Michigan. The sophomore charged with shooting up Oxford High School north of Detroit 3 days ago, he's locked up. The manhunt is for his parents. The local sheriff, the FBI, the U.S. Marshal Service, all involved. The sheriff announced the parents went missing just hours after a prosecutor said they'd be charged in that deadly shooting, 4 counts each of involuntary manslaughter. They were supposed to show up in court this afternoon, but they never did. Their lawyers say they're not on the run, but that they left town on Tuesday after the shooting for their own safety. The lawyer says they're on their way back to turn themselves in. The cops do not buy that at all. This appears to be the first time that parents of a mass shooting suspect have been charged with manslaughter. A prosecutor in Oakland County, Michigan, laying out the case against them today. Listen.
It's your duty to make sure that you don't give access to this deadly weapon to somebody that you have reason to believe is going to harm someone. It's impossible not to conclude that there was a reason to believe he was going to hurt somebody.
The prosecutor said the
waking up in separate cells and in the same Michigan jail as their 15-year-old son, Ethan Crumbly, there since Tuesday after a school shooting rampage in which 4 students were killed.
The mother and father now face involuntary manslaughter charges as prosecutors want them to bear some responsibility for the school shooting. This morning, there are new details on the arrest of the parents who police say were found hiding in a vacant building in Detroit after having withdrawn $4,000 from an ATM.
The parents pleading not guilty in a video arraignment on Saturday. The judge imposing $500,000 bond for each after the prosecution argued they were flight risks. Let's get right to the latest from ABC's Trevor Alt, who is live in Oakland County, Michigan for us this morning. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning.